Hi boys and girls, today we're going to do some more problem solving. We're going to get some more practice using our part whole mat and our number bond. Remember that number bond's very similar to that part whole because here's our whole and these are our different parts. Now we can't have more than one part, more than two parts here. We could have three parts. So we could also have three parts to our number bond. We can have different amounts of parts, but today we're going to be working on two parts with the whole. And we're also going to use our counters today to help us. And we have this box here where we can write our equation. So are you ready to get started? Okay, here is our word problem. And we're going to read it first without the numbers. So I notice that there are a couple of numbers here in our word problem. And so I'm going to read it without those numbers to try to get a picture in our mind of what's going on. Jesus has some baseball cards and Mark has some baseball cards. The boys put all their baseball cards into one box. How many baseball cards will be in their box? So, I'm trying to think about what's going on. What's happening in this story? That's right, Jesus has some baseball cards. And Mark has some baseball cards. And the boys decide to put all of their baseball cards together into one box, like they're going to share it. And we want to know how many baseball cards are in their box. So do you think, let's see what these numbers mean, okay? Are you ready to reread it? And then we're going to think about, are those numbers the parts? Are they the whole? Okay? So let's reread it with the numbers and think about what these numbers represent. Jesus has 8 baseball cards and Mark has 10 baseball cards. So what does that number 8 represent? That's right. The 8 is the baseball cards that Jesus has. So let's go ahead and put that into either our whole, a part, or a part. Where would it go? Well, let's think about what we don't know. The boys put all of their baseball cards into one box. How many baseball cards will be in the box? So we don't know how much they have all together. So we do not know what the whole is. That's the part we do not know. We do not know the whole. Okay, so this part, let's make this Jesus. Okay, so how many baseball cards did Jesus have? That's right, he had 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Jesus had 8 baseball cards. So let's make the other part what Mark had. Okay, Mark, how many did he have? He had 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I decided to put that into 2 groups of 5 so I could make sure that I had 10. Okay, so Jesus has 8 and Mark has 10. So what happens if I put all their baseball cards together? So let's do that. Erase my little question mark there to give myself room. Okay, so let's take the 8 that Jesus had. 4. Right? Jesus had 8. And then Mark, how many did he have? He had 10. So let's put 10 up here. I'm kind of thinking I might want it to look a little bit like a 10 frame. That way I can easily see that that's 10. So these are the ones, oh, let me get my pen again. These are the ones that Mark had. And these are the 8 that Jesus had. So how many are all together? What is the whole? So we know that Jesus had 8 and Mark had 10. So I know if I have 10 and 8 more, how many do I have? That's right, 18, because I know 1 10 and 8 ones equals 18. Could I have also written this as the 8 Jesus had and then the 10 Mark had? Yes, I could. I could write that either way. You ready to practice another one? Okay, let's practice another one. Here's my problem. I'm going to read it first without the numbers. I'm noticing that there are a couple of numbers here. I'm going to go ahead and underline them. I'm going to reread it first without those numbers to kind of make sense of the problem. There are some coins in my pocket. Some are dimes and the rest are pennies. How many coins are pennies? So how many total coins do I have in my pocket? Let's see. What's going on in this problem? I know I have some in my pocket and some are dimes. What is it that I don't know? I don't know how many coins are pennies, but I know that I have a bunch of coins in my pocket. Okay, so let's read it with the numbers. There are 10 coins in my pocket. 6 are dimes and the rest are pennies. How many coins are pennies? So what does that 10 represent? That's the total number of coins in my pocket. You're correct. 6 are dimes and the rest are pennies. So what does the 6 represent? The 6 are the dimes. 6 of them are dimes that are in my pocket. Okay, so how many total coins do I have? Let's think about this part whole mat. Where are my 10 coins going to go? I know that I have 10 total coins, so let's put all of our coins here and we can pretend that these are counters or coins. Let's put 10, 8, 9, 10. So I have 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom, so I know I have 10. So 6 are dimes. So our part here can be dimes. So I know I have 10 total coins, and I know that 6 are dimes. Let's go ahead and put our 6 dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know I did that 6 correctly because I have 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. But what I don't know here, I do not know the pennies. Oh, let me erase that. I didn't leave myself enough room to write, did I? I don't know the pennies. Okay, so if 6 of these whole are dimes, I'm going to go ahead and pick the 6 here. If 6 of these are dimes of the whole, what part are the pennies? So these are the pennies. What part of that are the pennies? That is correct. These 4 here would be the pennies. Okay, so I know that I would have 4 pennies. And how do I know that? Because 6 and 4, 6 and 4 make the 10 total coins that were in my pocket. So let's write an equation. So if I know I had 10 coins in my pocket and I took those 6 dimes away, I knew that I had 4 pennies left. I could also think if I had those 6 dimes and I had that missing part, which was 4, that equaled the 10 coins that were in my pocket. Great job today, boys and girls. Using the part whole mat, it really helps us think about problems and problem solving. Great job.